Okay, you guys, we are back, baby, with another banging video. So, in this video, we're gonna talk about the Yeezy Don because I'm learning that there's discussion for another sneaker deal. Is it with Adidas? I don't know. But before we get into this video, it's game on. I got my rapper chain on and it's game on. I got my chain on and it's game on. I got my rapper chain on and it's game on. I got my chain on. Okay? Now guys, as you know, Kanye West, he released a very beautiful apology letter the other day through Wall Street Journal. And ever since he had released that apology letter the other day, it has a lot of people talking, right? Some people believe that Kanye's apology is not genuine and he's doing it because he wants to have his concert in Mexico. He's about to release an album and all of that jazz. Kanye West came back beautifully, decently, and say, look at here. I don't need an apology to do well. Kanye says, I've always been on Billboard before my apology. I've always been selling anything that I do. So I don't need to put an apology out there to get a record deal, to have streaming numbers because I'm always trending. He's saying my apology is coming from the realization that I said some horrible things, I did some horrible things, and I need to take accountability for my action. And ever since he said that in that interview, many people have realized that Kanye West is genuine about his apology. But you guys know, as I've always said, apology comes with in action, not words. No, what many people have realized is that they're looking at Kanye West and they're seeing a new man. And some people are a bit shady about the new Kanye West they're seeing. Some people, like the majority of the people, are super understanding. No, let me explain the new Kanye West you're seeing. Kanye West had his show in Mexico. He performed for, I think, somewhere between 4 to 6 hours. And then after he was coming off stage, he looked a bit, slow and all of that. And some people were saying, yes, they got him. Yes, he's on medication. And yes, he's this and yes, he's that. And you know what? I have to say, I'm proud of the internet because to the people who are speaking like him being on medication is a bad thing, there were so many people counteracting those negativity about Kanye being on medication. He looked a bit slow and all of that jazz, yes, but many people were saying his body's gonna adjust and it's gonna wear off and his body will adjust to it and it will be normal. He's gonna know he's gonna be stronger because not only is he taking the medication, he has a nutritionist, so he's doing dieting and exercise and all of that. And I can vet to that because after I was diagnosed with thyroid disease and when I started taking the medication, I had the same behavior. I was slow and that's thyroid. And I used to throw up the entire day until my body set in and I learned to function normally. My body and the medication was in sync. So the same is going to happen for Kanye. Look at, Selena Gomez, look at Mariah, Carey. Do you remember seeing them looking a bit off many years ago and many of us were wondering what's going on with them? It was the medication and their body adjusted and now they're good, Some people want Kanye West to be out here being a tyrant and just tearing down everything because the thing is that they want to see this man lose so badly. So Kanye West fixing himself is going to be an offense to a lot of people. But the internet was definitely clapping back at those people. And some people were giving their own testimony and say they were like that when they started their medication and they're good. And there's so many people on TikTok telling their story. And Kanye West has influenced a lot of people to get help for their mental health. And that's a damn good thing. But now it is being said that Kanye West is having discussions, I don't know with who, for a major sneaker deal. If you guys remember, after Adidas cut ties with Kanye West, there was a major court case between him and Adidas. Adidas could not win the case. Adidas did not win the case. They tried multiple times, did not win the case, could not win the case, and Bjorne Gulden said, Kanye West and Adidas collaboration is one of the most successful collaborations in history. And he also said that anyone you collaborate with, there are high risk involved. So not because it is Kanye West and not because things turned out that way, it doesn't mean that it wasn't successful. And then you have this man from the ADL, I forgot his name. Is his name Greenblatt? Jonathan Greenblatt? I think that's his name. Jonathan Greenblatt from the ADL was like, after he wanted Bjorne Gulden to take back his words and make a public statement, Bjorne Gulden was like, no, I said what I said and I didn't lie. So after that, Jonathan Greenblatt made a post on Twitter saying that he spoke to Bjorne Gulden, and Bjorne Gulden admit that no doubt Kanye's behavior was wrong, right? And as such, so I just double checked my reference. It is definitely Jonathan Greenblatt. And you guys remember when you made that tweet saying, oh, I spoke to Bjorne Gulden and Bjorne Gulden said for sure, he doesn't support Kanye West and whatever, but that's not what Bjorne Gulden said. Bjorne Gulden said he doesn't believe that Kanye West is anti-Semitic, because if he knows that Kanye West is unwell and Kanye had a medical condition that needs to address, and once the medical issue has been addressed, Kanye would have seen the light and would have, right is wrong. That's where Bjorne Gulden was coming from. But because Jonathan Greenblatt was so desperate in having that libel on Kanye West forever, and because Ari Emanuel said Kanye's mental health should never be taken into consideration. No, make no mistakes. I'm not saying that Kanye West should never be held accountable for any of the things that he has done, because the things that he has done, many of it, not all of it, it's just atrocious and wrong, right? And as such, I believe that when Ari Emanuel said his mental health should never be taken into consideration, I believe that's like setting a landmine, No one can benefit from something like that. We have to acknowledge, understand, and realize that mental health is real, and it's a discussion that needs to be had so that people don't feel ashamed about it, and people don't feel as though they cannot come from that. You can come from that, right? Well, back to what I was saying. I'm learning that there are some discussions that are being held for Kanye West to have a new sneaker deal with another company. I don't know what company it is, but I believe he's not going to go to Adidas, because he had a lot of challenges with Adidas, and some of the things that he called out Adidas on that many people said that he was crazy about, he wasn't crazy about. Many people woke up to realize what he was saying at that point, especially when Adidas said they were going to have a Yeezy day, and he said that Adidas wanted to exploit his fans and he doesn't believe in people being exploited, stuff like that. But if it is true that Kanye West has another sneaker collaboration coming up, we're going to see if it's true, and we're going to come back and talk about who it is with, what is the value of that collaboration, and what can be the projected outcome. But I want to hear from you guys. Leave your comment below. While you're at it, do all you need to on this video to support your girl. Peace.